Hello, my little mathematicians. Welcome to our grade 5 mathematics class. My name is Miss Yulita Brown Phillips. Today, we will be focusing on words in fractions. We will be learning today to write the numerical values for given fractions. Do you remember what are fractions? Fractions are numbers that are a part of a whole. Fractions express numbers that are a part of a whole. They represent values less than 1. They are typically written numerically, but when we need to write them as words, we spell the numbers out and use a dash between the two numerical elements. Example, 5/8 for the fraction 5/8. Do you see the dash between the two numerical elements, boys and girls? Fractions can be large and they can be small, and the number of fractions is infinite. It can go on and on and on to infinity. If we follow some basic rules, we will be able to express or write the numerical value of a fraction quite correctly. Fractions consist of two numbers. The number that appears at the top is the numerator. It expresses the number of parts, and the number at the bottom, the denominator, which defines the number of parts the whole divides into. For example, if you order a pizza and cut it into 10 equal slices, and you put 3 slices on your plate, you have 3/10 of the pizza. The numerator of the fraction is 3 and the denominator is 10. To express the fraction numerically, write the numerator, add a line, and then the denominator below the line. The numerator of this fraction is 3 and the denominator is 10. To express the fraction numerically, we write the numerator at the top, of course, add a line, and then the denominator below the line. In the numerical form, the fraction 3/10 would be written as 3/10. Do you know that we can also write mixed numbers numerically? Do you remember what is a mixed number, boys and girls? Yes, a mixed number is a whole number and a proper fraction. When writing mixed numbers numerically, the whole number is written slightly bigger than the fraction, so we can make a distinction. Let's look at this example, 4 3/4. 4 is the whole number, so it's written a little bigger. 3/4 is the proper fraction, so it's written a little smaller than the whole number. Do you know what is another name for 3/4? Yes, 3/4 is another name for 3/4. Next example, 6 15/100. Whole number 6, proper fraction 15/100, which is written as 15/100. Boys and girls, grab your pencil and your book. It's your turn to do an activity. Write the numerical values for the fractions below. Write the numerical values for the fractions below. 12/17, 2 2/3, 9 7/10, 8 3/4. Take a minute and get this done, boys and girls. You should be finished by now. Let's see if what you have is correct. 12/17. How did you write 12/17? Did you write 12, draw a line, then 17 at the bottom? That's absolutely correct if you did. 2 2/3. What do you recognize about this fraction? Yes, it's a mixed number. So, our 2 will be written slightly bigger than the proper fraction, which is 2/3. 2 2/3. 9, big 9, and 7/10. 8 3/4. 8 3/4. Do you remember that we said that 3/4 can be read another way? It can also be read as 3/4. Good job, boys and girls. This has brought us to the end of today's lesson. But boys and girls, do you know what it's time for? It is time for the problem of the day. Today's problem is John wanted 5/12 of a cake, but he could only get it if he's able to write the numerical value of the piece of cake he wanted. Help John to write a numerical representation for the amount of cake he would like to have. Boys and girls, write this quickly. John is depending on you. He really likes cake. You should be finished by now. Your answer should be 5/12. Good job, my little problem solvers. Boys and girls, I want you to always remember, shoot for the moon. Even if you miss, you will land among the stars. Bye. See you next time.